Hello and welcome to this TYR review. Today what I'm reviewing, Rosie. Alright, hello guys and welcome to this TYR review. Today obviously I have Rosie, which I've already said. So before I want to get into the review, I just want to do a quick update. So several things. The first thing is episode 10. Yes, it's been months since the movie, and I'm finally finished production on episode 10. Depending what time you're watching this, it could already be out. Everything's done and uploaded on a timed upload. So it's either going to be uploaded tomorrow or you already have it. So, it's either tomorrow. Tomorrow you already have it. So, check that out. And it's a really good episode. It's taken a long time. There's been voice actors. But the voice actor that took a long time did an amazing job on his lines. So I think it's worth it. It's just, feel bad for all of you guys who waited so long for it. And production has started on my next major project. I call them major projects. I call them episodes or remakes or something that takes a lot of time to do. I'm gonna remake my first 3 episodes. So the first episode remake has been it started in the editing phase of scripts, and voice actors should expect lines anytime in the next week or so. And after I get the lines out, I'll start production on it. And let's get to the review, eh? So, Rosie's one of those engines that was released in kind of that later model era no one watched at all, just about. I don't think I've ever seen her in a single episode where she talks, so I don't know anything whatsoever on her character. Is that right? Did I just say I know nothing about an engine's character? Is this the first time ever? Alright, I get it. I over-explain engine's characters a lot. This review, this is one of those characters that I'm guessing has a cookie-cut personality since I've never even seen her speak. So, I just liked the model and I wanted to get it. I saw it on sale at my local train store and it was one of the only models in, and I didn't have a Rosie, so I decided to get it. So, this is the 2014 Mattel Rosie, and yeah, I guess no one really does reviews on this sort of engine. It's just kept on being produced, but some things have changed to their model. I'm not even 100% sure. But let's look at the Mattel Rosie. Do you know what? I want to know a very, very interesting thing. You know, Mattel actually owns Hit Entertainment. Just let that sink in for a bit. Mattel owns Hit Entertainment. So, they're using Thomas & Friends just for the retail marketing side. Mattel's a toy company, right? So they make the majority of money off toys. So they're using it as a complete industry where they can manipulate the characters to be most productable for toys. And then now they have just about all the Thomas lines that are for sale. So now they have a complete monopoly on Thomas & Friends. And that's really starting to scare me. They own almost everything except for they've even stopped the production of Hornby Thomases. Now there's only Bachman when it comes to model railroading for new builds. So they're starting to get a complete monopoly on Thomas items. And that's kind of scaring me a bit. That the people above Hit Entertainment are Mattel. So if you blame Hit, the same people own Hit as the same people who own this toy that you see here. Alright, now let's actually get to the model part of this review, since this is only a model review, because I know nothing about the character. So let's open the box, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to do the standard opening box for new style items. I showed it several times now. I'm not even going to say where I showed it. I showed it like Scarlet Loey. I showed it in Kevin and Steven and all those sorts of reviews. And I just said I wasn't going to show it, but you know what? I said I was. Now I am. I just said where I'm going to show it. So I'm rambling here. This is me rambling. Welcome to me ramble show. All right. Now I've got the first stage open. Now I carefully open this and there. Just move this out of the way. Okay, Rosie. Now this is going to be a complete first reaction model. I've actually probably are more familiar with the knockoff version of Rosie than the real model. So, general first impression's actually pretty nice. I'm just going to start from the front and go back. I'm not familiar with Rosie at all, but I think I like this one's face. It has original unique face, which is probably a good thing because it's one of the only girls in the series. So it has a really nice face. It's different. It has freckles. The eyes are more sunken. The cheeks and lips are a little bit more rosy. I just realized your name's Rosie, and okay, I'm gonna stop on that now. But yeah. Overall, I think I'm just looking at this for the first time. My first impressions on this is by looking at that, you can see. Let me focus here. You can see that the domes are plastic. You can even see it. You don't even have to inspect it. There's a plastic cartridge in the middle of a wood shell, which probably is going to be these domes and Rosie's body. Because just to create detail like this, they do these in new items. They do this with Duck. That's how Duck was able to get a funnel, because they had a plastic cartridge where they could have domes and funnels broke up. And I like the edge of the firebox. That's a really nice feature that we didn't get before Mattel had Thomas Wooden Railway. I pointed it out with Gordon and Henry, and I like it on Rosie. It's neat to see it on a smaller engine for once. You only see those on bigger engines. So I like that. The gold's not... I like the gold lines on the top. They're not too close together. They're not too far apart. It's a nice feature. I think there's a little dot with the whistle supposed to be on top. I have no clue what this is supposed to be. Honestly, I thought it was some talking engines button when I first saw the knockoff model. And I thought it was like just a button for talking engines. When I saw the others, I'm just still pressing it to see if it is a talking engine in stealth mode. I wouldn't even know that, but now it's just there. Probably the real model has it. The coal bunker is actually really unique. It's a different type of coal bunker. It's narrow and thin at the top, and only half of it has paint, which is something interesting to note. So the coal bunker is unique and rare. And I like how it's molded, and it's good detail that they've tried on that. And the cab has some really nice detailing here. I love this detailing you see on the cab. Just the nice door, windows, and handrail. The white paint in the window. Again, my basic comments: no back windows and no front windows. But you don't get everything. Only Scarlet has that. And yeah. And then looking at the running board, this is probably one of my largest places of criticism, because we can all agree the one place where the wooden railway lacks the most detail usually is in the wheels, because we don't have pistons, nor do we have accurate wheel proportions or even axle rods. So we always lack proportions in the wheels and proportions and details in the wheels and under the wheel area. So looking at it, it's not the worst wheel job I've ever seen. You know, the piston always bugs me because it should actually be like here, realistically. So it's just a little bit bugging to have it up here. Other than that, I think they did a good job with this running board. This is the type I like to see. Just a little bit of black space left under here, creating overlap so the cab appears lower. That's the type I love to see. They tried a little detail here, but they didn't try too much. I like that. This is actually one of the better new running boards I've seen. So, yeah. red wheels. Probably she had those in the TV series. On the bottom, you have the usual red Rosie and all the serial and license number. And here, I always love looking at the wheels on these new models because, look at this, I was correct. I knew it was going to say this. It says 2012 here. Now, this is really weird because it's 2014, so that's 2 years ago. See, that's 2012. So, there's maybe 3 explanations for this. One explanation is even the thing that we were given back in the 90s, that it was just a few years ago's wheel. That happened all the time. Another explanation could be that this is actually a 2013 Rosie built in 2012 and just stayed on the store shelves the whole time. And third explanation is a combination of both. But the 2012 part is because they were made in 2012 and sold in 2013. But I don't know what that's doing in 2014. If anything, we should have 2014 wheels. Maybe the selling of Rosies were just so behind what they predicted that they had extra Rosies lying around that they made a few years ago. So I don't know. Or maybe it's because I live in Canada and it takes so long to ship anything up here, they just arrived today. I don't know. I'm going to just double check the box to see a date, if they put a date on here. I don't think they put a date anymore on these boxes. No, there's no date on this box. Now that brings me to the next part of the review, the box. Not a lot of people discuss these because they're generic. And because of that, I'm incorporating it into the design, because I didn't just buy a Rosie, I bought the box. It's part of the value. It's a huge part of the resale value. Would you rather have a Rosie like this on eBay? Would you rather be selling a Rosie that you can have looking like this on eBay, or a Rosie looking like that on eBay? It just looks a lot more new, even if it has the exact same quality. Looks new and adds value because of that. So, I'll keep the boxes in case I ever decide to sell anything. Including, and mostly these new models, in case I don't feel it's valuable enough to have a new model, or if I see the price going higher than what I paid for it. Or even could get them here locally again. So, yeah. Overall, I like Rosie. She is a good modern model. She would be a prime candidate for a new character into a series that, as a new character, she doesn't have any character whatsoever from the TV series, so that is one major downside, that, reason why she's not bought much, but, she would be great for making a new engine. I know several people who've done that, made a new personality for Rosie. And if I have to add a female engine in season 3 or something, I would consider Rosie because she fits the bill. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. Do I recommend buying Rosie? Let's answer that. Do I recommend buying Rosie? Well, if you see here, there's different ages of Rosie too. I don't know at all what her model looked like in the learning curve era, or the second learning curve era, I would say. But I have no clue what the model looks like there. But this one looks pretty nice, and knowing the 2 eras, I would rather go with this model over those models. So, I would recommend the newer Rosie. If you can find one cheaper, I paid $10 for this. It was on sale, luckily. I would say it's around that value. If you could see it for $8-10, it's probably worth that. Especially new. New is worth more than used. I'm just making the flat controller do a little dance over there, as you can see. Oh, he's just falling over on there now. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this train yard review. We did not harm any wooden figures at all with this review, and neither it is not our liability if they were. So, goodbye.